Hey guys, I wanted to post another video really quick because today's my birthday and I've been doing a lot of reflection on this past year and actually the past 2 years. Me, Sage, and Pat all have birthdays in June, and so it's kind of like, we all start the next year together, which is really cool. Um, I've been doing reflection just on the year in general, but also kind of like on my parenting journey, to kind of generate some content for Engine Mom, but also just to see like where I've come from the beginning of my motherhood journey. And you know, the first year of Sage's life was a lot about just figuring out like what kind of parent or what kind of mom I wanted to be. I felt like I needed to be in this box of like, I am this type of mom. Like I'm the like kind of crunchy mom, or I am the like attachment parenting mom, because that was sort of like my thing. Like I was really into like using essential oils on my baby and wearing her in like a sling, and like really into like breastfeeding and all that kind of stuff. And I realized in this past year, so after she turned 1 and up until, now where she's about to turn 2, that I don't need to fit into a mold. I don't need to be like the perfect poster child for like one parenting style. I just kind of need to figure out what works best for me and what works best for her and our family in general. Um, so I think that first year, like I said, was a lot about figuring out what kind of mom I wanted to be, and also just trying to just figure out mothering and being, in charge of an infant. Like she had reflux and she had like all these little issues that we had to kind of deal with. And I felt like I put myself in that 100%. Like I needed to cure her of something that was just like, it was going to pass. All these little phases, just they transitioned so quickly. I almost forgot that she had like really nasty reflux for like the first like 3 months of her life. So I'm thinking back to this past year, I did a lot of kind of reinventing of myself. I knew that I still, obviously was trying to grow as a mom, but I didn't want to lose who I was before I became a mom. And I knew it wasn't going to be the same. My life was not going to be the same, and sort of my purpose wasn't going to be the same, but I wanted to be true to who I am and not just kind of lose myself to being Sage's mom. I wanted to be more than that, even if that, I don't know, maybe that sounds kind of like harsh, like, oh, I want to be more than just your mom. But I do. I want to show her that, by having ambition and having goals and having other things that are important in my life, like that can, I want that to reflect on her, and I want her to find passions, and I want her to find ways to express herself and to be, you know, to be the best version of herself. Um, so that's kind of where I'm going with this. This year is all about like continuing my personal growth and personal development, just trying to really focus on how I can be the best version of myself, so I can be a better wife, I can be a better mother. And I also kind of want to revisit this whole parenting thing, because I think for a while I, again, was doing a lot of self focus, and I forgot about the baby. She's, man, it sounds bad. I didn't forget about her, but I forget that she's a baby sometimes. She is, walking and talking and has a little personality, and she can do stuff, some things for herself. And I I really do have to stop and remind myself that she's not even 2 years old yet. Um, just the other night, this whole week actually, she's like, it's been kind of rough. Like she's teething and she hasn't been sleeping well, and I've been like laying in bed with her in our bed, and then having to like move her to her crib because she wants to lay in mommy's bed. And I kept thinking to myself, like, that's wrong. Like that's a bad habit, or I'm doing this or whatever. And I had an interesting conversation with another mom recently about that, and she really put some just real brought some realizations up for me, but also just put things into perspective. She said, you know, she's like, Sage isn't wanting to lay in bed with you because you started laying in bed with her. She's like, she wants to lay in bed with you because she's laying in bed with you, and like at home, she's like, mommy, pick me up. It's like always mommy, and she's not really in like a daddy phase right now, which can be really frustrating for Pat, because she wants mommy to do this and mommy to do that. And it kind of, it's like I was like, am I giving in too much to her? And no, I mean, this conversation I had, she was saying like, she still very much needs you to help her figure out the world. And it like, like tugs on my heartstrings to think about it, because I'm like, yeah, I mean, she's still my baby. Um, you know, you forget like how much they need you. Anyways, I didn't want to cry. So the analogy I'm gonna leave you with, because I'm gonna be done after this, is that, you know, we go to work, we go to like do our adult things, and we adult because that's what we do. You know, we put on our adult pants and we just like go and do our thing, and then we come home and we want to just be comfortable again and just like whatever, chill. And so, you know, she does the same thing. Like, she goes to my parents' house or she goes to our nanny and she like adults. Like, she acts like the big kid with her own opinions and all that stuff. And she comes home and she's mommy, 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 because she still needs her mommy. So this video like went in a completely different direction. This is not my plan, but I'll share it because I think maybe it'll be helpful. A reminder that, you know, regardless of how old your kid is, like, especially for moms, at the end of the day, like, you're their safe place. And yeah, I think coming to that realization is like super important. Obviously you want to be, you know, enabling them. You want them to be independent, and you don't want to create these like needy creatures, but at the end of the day, you know, you are their safe place, and you just want to make sure that they know that. So, did not mean to start crying in the middle of the video, and I could totally not post this, but maybe it will be helpful to share to everybody. And I'm gonna go out with some friends tonight and have some drinks and have a fun time to celebrate my birthday. And then I'm leaving for Costa Rica with my family, and we're gonna go meet with some really awesome friends that have kids also. So it's gonna be like shitstorm of kids and parents together in the middle of Central America. It's gonna be awesome. So I will be posting again to Instagram. You guys can keep up with me there, and I hope to catch up with everybody soon.